Like I'm, yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Go to
Where's
YouTube.
where's Cess at? She not coming through?
Yeah, she I'm guessing she's going to be a little late.
It's showing on YouTube that we're still waiting. They're waiting for us.
We should. They show us, so we live now. Yo, that's what I'm talking about. This stuff is weird. So I see us on. We're on YouTube. We're live. Yeah, y'all bear with us. But yo, it's a 20-second delay on YouTube. So don't worry about that. Y'all watch. Co-host, y'all watch. Privilege, y'all watch what we doing. It's because it's kind of weird. Anyway, yo, it's your boy JoJo Jovan in the motherfucking building. It's the socially charged, debatable, and dope. I'm talking about the Privilege Show. I have two of the illest co-hosts in the game. I'm talking about LaShane. What's good?
Hey.
I got Isaac.
Here I am. What's up? What's popping?
You are now tuned into the Privilege Show. Yo, just in time. We got another one of our co-hosts, Rowland, in the building.
Hey, what up?
What up? She getting it together, y'all. Her hair looks beautiful. Your hair looks beautiful, by the way.
Yes, it does.
Amazing. Look at that side profile.
Yeah, it's different. It's
hair
I wish she could. I don't know if she could hear. Oh, she's connecting the audio. It shows she's connecting. I'm gonna save my comment, but yeah, we back, y'all. This is episode 9. You know I do this every time. What episode is it? 9. Episode 9. 10. Something like
9.
that. 9. Thank you, LaShane. LaShane is always the one to do it.
There we go.
Hey.
Oh, wait. Oh, there
What's
you are.
What's up?
How are you?
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
Blessed. I said I'm gonna save my comment because you couldn't hear us, but I said, look at you over there, glowing, short hair, looking beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, we out here.
Shane, your hair looks cute. I like that.
Oh, she's handling mommy duties right now.
Oh, okay.
How about my beard? Does it look cute?
Your beard looks so cute.
I mean, I've been working on it.
No.
Trying to get it together.
I saw.
You know what, Isaac? Trying to get it together.
Up, Seth. I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't even go to my barber. Like, how you getting the hookup? Like, where?
He does look like. Do you do your own beard?
Yeah, I do my own. That's why. Yeah. I don't really like people touching my face too much. You know what I mean? So I kind of do my own. I learned how to do it myself. So I feel to be the best bet.
I could totally relate to that. I do my own hair. So I'm like, I don't like people have their hands in my hair and stuff like that.
Yeah, people's fingers, So
yeah, it's too close to my whole operating system. You know what I mean? I don't know what you got going on.
Right, the operating system.
Take one of my hairs and do
Word
something.
up.
My mom is Creole, so it's like she's really superstitious about me leaving my hair anywhere.
I feel you on that one. I feel you on that one.
I didn't know your mom was Creole.
She's from New Orleans. She is. So we've had some very interesting superstitions that have been taught to us.
Better watch out for Cess.
Oh, shush.
Nah, I'm just messing with you.
Listen, though, since we're talking about New Orleans, is Voodoo real?
Yes.
She said,
1,000%.
It definitely is.
Yeah. Right around, yeah. Sorry, y'all.
Just pray it away if you got anything on you.
Pray it away, huh? I feel that.
Away. All you need is your God.
That's it.
This episode, pray it away. I love it.
Pray it away.
Yeah. Pray it away.
That's creative. So y'all, we've been
pray these spirits away.
There you go.
I'm getting them.
Listen,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That looks good too.
Yes, it is good on a nice, beautiful day like this. I can't be nowhere, so I'm on my porch. Just living the life.
Look at you, Black
chilling. You know what I mean? At his finest. Well, not his finest, but on his way to his finest.
That's it. Step by step.
Yeah, stupid fly. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Monday.
So what?
Having any Sunday fun?
What you got in your cup? What's that?
Little of this, little of that.
Look, saying. Feel that.
That's nice.
I feel that.
yeah,
Sunday libations.
Exactly. You know, Sunday libations with the privilege. So we've been on lockdown for about, who can give me the date? Like we've been up for over a month, right?
The
Yeah.
16th, 17th, something like that, right? Of March.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Like 16th, 17th. Yeah, like 16th, 17th of March, something right around there, right?
What you got in your cup?
Yeah.
What's that?
I'm hearing like a feedback.
No, yeah, I heard that.
I'm hearing some Teddy Riley.
He don't want it today. He don't want it with me today.
We've been
so disappointed.
No, I know. It's very disappointed. We're gonna chat about it.
He showed his age yesterday, but anyways.
Hilarious.
So just a quick check-in, roll call. Everybody doing okay? Thumbs up. Yes, everybody good. Family's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been good too. I just have to say, there's a termite infestation that's come amongst me. So our beautiful studio that we have been working in for the earlier episodes, you know, I have to now transition out of here to find something else because it's.
Oh wow.
Oh, I've had that before. That is a nightmare.
For how long? Like forever, or just
until they treat the building, which it costs a lot of money.
So in this case, they're going to have to tear the unit down.
What?
Oh, Lord.
No, that's.
Are they paying for your relocation?
They're not paying for my relocation, but they did get my deposit back.
I mean, that
you could contact RSO for that.
Wait, what's their number?
RSO?
No, I'll get that.
Yeah. Play these games with me.
And it's just bad timing. But anyway, other than that, I've been doing cool, staying creative, staying productive as we can. Front page news. Coronavirus, so coronavirus. Seth, what do you have for the front page, if anything? Like, what do you
I'm still stuck on Florida opening the beaches yesterday. Simultaneously seeing people still dying in Florida. I'm at a loss. I don't understand.
I don't get it. Yeah.
I don't know who these people are. Are they actors? What do they have to prove? They just seem so relaxed. They're all walking in single file, which is strange too. So I was like, is this administration or not?
For real.
We talked about it last episode, and we were just talking about them finally closing the beaches, and now I don't really have too many updates as far as the coronavirus goes. I would just, suggest that our listeners and viewers continue to check the CDC website, World Health Organization.
Yeah.
And just stay as educated as we can. I've been watching a lot of different and doing my research on different viruses prior to coronavirus, such as the 1918 influenza and different things like that, to see what we can possibly look forward to after this is over, how they began to come out of that whole thing after it was over. And mind you, back then they didn't have access to computers and stuff like we do. So we have somewhat of an advantage when it comes to getting back to new norms for whatever that may be.
I mean, but didn't they come out on top? Because that was the roaring 20s following that epidemic. And that's when business started booming. You know what I mean? That's when America started changing. So I mean, it depends on how you look at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think Madam C.J. Walker rose during that time as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, because I know she the first black millionaire woman.
She's
is that correct?
She's not the first, but she definitely rose to her becoming of a millionaire in that time frame.
I haven't watched it yet, but I have to check that out.
Yeah, it's a great show on Netflix, by the way.
Yeah, for sure. So if y'all looking for something to watch, tune into that for real. It's educational. You know what I mean? That's important.
Yeah, her hustle was
for real, huh? It was serious,
it
right?
Was intense.
You gotta think for that time, a black woman in those days. I mean, think about who she'd have been these days if she was around now. You know what I mean? Like that's just wow. That's a struggle right there.
I think there will be a few Madam CJs coming from this for sure. I think
people are. Can I meet me a Madam CJ?
People are definitely having to be more creative with how they make their money. So I do think that this kinds of stuff spawns creativity, because I'm thinking for myself, like, I don't ever want to be in this situation again.
Man,
like, what can I do to prepare next time?
Yeah, I think the hustle is also seems to be more in line with people's passions and like what they really love to do versus like, I need to find a job. It's like, kind of realizing that having a boss doesn't really stability that a lot of us thought would have. So yeah.
I wish I could do an OnlyFans page, but my body wasn't built that way. My body wasn't built that way. God didn't bless me that way to make me all buff and strong.
Okay, so they have fitness. They have fitness channels and people who provide therapy or things like that. So maybe you can come at something with your.
No, that's not making any money. Nope. Nudity. Nudity is where the money's at. No. Clearly. No, I'm not messing around.
I don't want that for you, Isaac. I don't want that for you.
Trust me, it can't be for me. If I was built that way, I might do it. But God didn't bless me that way to be buff. Like I said, you know what I mean? 6'4", 250 with my shirt off, little drawers on. I'm not, that wasn't me. So, You said what?
I don't think they require all those qualifications.
I mean, you know what? They do like.
He's talking about the best sellers.
There you go. There you go. See, whatever I do, I gotta be the best at it. I gotta be the best at it. I ain't gonna do it. You know what I mean? You can't put me at the middle or the bottom. I'm good on that. I'll pass every time.
Top 10.
I gotta be number one. If I ain't number one, listen. If you my girlfriend and you had better sex with somebody else, you ain't my girlfriend no more.
That's
what? What does that mean?
That means that if I'm not number one to that woman in every single way, you and I can't be together.
But are you striving to be number one for her?
Point of making is, if I do an OnlyFans page, I gotta be the best ever OnlyFans member. I can't do it.
That's funny. Now, what if your girl? What if your girl was on fans only?
She's not allowed to do fans only. She's not my girlfriend. We could date. As far as it's gonna go, we could date.
What? So you would date someone on OnlyFans, but you wouldn't make her your girlfriend?
We could date. It'll be strictly fun, but I'm not. Listen, personally, for me, this is just for me, not for everybody. Just for me. I don't date. Like, I don't have a girlfriend who'll be a stripper. That's not my thing. I'm not really interested in sharing my woman.
Would you date a stripper though? Would you date one?
Like, what is dating? Like, what do you mean? Like,
would you spend time with any woman that would not have the criteria of your wife or your girlfriend? Would you spend time with anyone that didn't meet that criteria?
I do that now.
So, but why would you waste that time? Why would you waste your time and all that good energy?
You're right, though. No, you're right. You know why?
Even for your wife.
Because I'm a guy, and guys are very shallow in that way.
But you can't find your wife if you're juggling other women, though. You can't find her if you are dealing with all these Rudy poops.
Are y'all listening to what she's saying, y'all?
And you're
absolutely right.
Are you listening?
And you're skewing your own judgment of how you look at people in general when you're like, you're not worth this, you're not worth that. It's like, but what are you worth, though? Are you worth that?
This just turned on me. I don't know what happened, but it just turned on me. Okay.
You got to get real with yourself at some point.
No, you're right. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. As I said, my dear.
For our fans and viewers, for our listeners and viewers who don't know what fans only is, what can someone
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
So what is OnlyFans is where you either upload sexy pictures and videos people can buy. Is that right? Is that about right?
Yeah, they have other stuff too. I just want to clarify that because some people think of it as a sex worker only type of thing, and it's not.
Because I'm one of those that feel that's what it is. But I'm being educated today. Seth is educating me today. You know what I'm saying? So it was my fault because I brought it up. I should have known better, but I am learning. I did it to myself. Men, we have to understand, we do this shit to ourselves a lot of the times. You know what I mean? And I am living proof right now. I'm walking in them shoes.
No, well, Lashane, he worked it out for himself. I didn't have to say anything. You finished every sentence I just set up.
See how wonderfully that worked? Accountability is the beautiful thing.
Yeah, women make men accountable often, and you know what I mean. It happens to us. It happens to us, and I'm walking right now in that light. So
I like that. Yeah, that light looks good on you, Isaac. We're watching a metamorphosis, guys.
You know what I mean? We're trying. We out here in the quarantine, learning new ways and new things. We're growing up. You know what I mean?
I'm proud of you.
I mean, I'm trying. You know, no more casual sex for the day.
No,
Lord. What about the rest of quarantine, at least?
First of all, we set for the day. Okay.
One day at a time.
One day at a time. What I'm talking about. Damn, I love how you talk, girl. You help me grow here.
Keep growing. Brewing for the morning on my stove, a tea kettle, if you will. The Teddy Riley and Babyface happened. For our viewers and listeners who don't know, there's been a lot of battles going on IG. Swiss Beats came up with the smart idea, along with Timbaland and a few others. I don't want to miss anybody and leave anybody out. Idea to do something called Versus, VERZUZ, where producers and rappers and all that go against each other and do all of that good stuff on the live. So last night, I've been waiting for the long-awaited Teddy Riley, Babyface extravaganza. I mean, we're talking about
the propaganda, honey.
We're talking about Babyface actually really went all out for this. He created a photo of him. I mean, of Mike Tyson, right? Was it Mike Tyson?
Mike
Tyson, Magic Johnson, Prince, Michael Jackson.
These celebrities standing next to each other as if they're entering this Hollywood.
Yeah, it was dope.
Babyface went all out. Anyway, obviously Teddy Riley went all out because when I was on the live, it looked like he was in the Costco. I was playing around saying the Costco warehouse, but he was literally in a huge warehouse.
Yeah,
it looked like that. You know, there were people around him. It looked like he was in a performance rehearsal studio, and Babyface all the while sitting in a little small box underneath, just recovering from COVID-19.
Right. So yeah, say that. Yeah.
COVID-19, taking the time out to tap into the new generation or whatever. Sitting in his studio by himself with the wine glass, very classy, just like Babyface.
Yeah. That's not wine, by the way, but in your cup. That's tequila.
Babyface had wine. Yes.
No, what he had in his cup. Stop.
He's trying to show his cup like wine. That ain't nothing but straight hard liquor in your cup.
What?
Okay? I'm just gonna say that.
So Teddy Riley hops on. We're at 413,000.
Crazy
amount of people. Like it reminded you of when DJ Nice, kind of broke that record and had all of the people in there, all the celebrities. So
that was popping.
Teddy Riley starts to show off with the show. Dun, 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 dun. So all of a sudden, and before that, people were chiming in the comments telling him, "Yo, the echo, turn the reverb down. It's distorted."
He not listening.
Didn't read what Nair comments.
He not listening.
One of them did. Have a moderator to sit there and. So Babyface then came back with Two Occasions by Deal, which is one of my favorite songs. Anyway. It's a great song. So he did that, and the quality was how it was supposed to sound. It was coming through clear. You heard it very clear. People was like, okay, Babyface won.
Yeah.
So now we woke up this morning and there's over hundreds of thousands. Well, I won't say hundreds of thousands, but there's lots of memes and content floating around making fun of this, of what happened.
Oh, yeah.
Mainly of Teddy.
So y'all got a chance to see it though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Who hasn't seen it?
Yeah, we definitely tuned in at the beginning and we suffered through it all. And I kept refreshing the page as if they would come back. I really did believe him when he said we were coming back.
I don't understand why he didn't
play all night.
Like, why don't you just play your iPad? Like just play the music. He want to do a whole band setup. Like, yo, this is not a concert. I mean, just play the music. And that's what the problem was.
I would have been here for that though. I'm a huge Babyface fan.
Well, no, but it wasn't Baby. It was Teddy Riley setting up the whole concert vibe.
Teddy was on the soundstage with like a DJ and a drummer.
Don't do it yourself.
But when I tuned in, nothing was happening. I was like,
and what was sad was that Babyface, like you said, is coming back from Corona, and he kept saying like he was waiting like for Teddy to stop the music.
He was very patient.
Teddy
was kind of like narcissistic with his. Like he kept turning around. He didn't check in on Face. Like I thought that was really rude of him. Maybe he didn't care much about what we were doing, but I just thought you didn't turn and say, "Hey, bro, give me about 5 minutes." There wasn't that communication. It was very odd.
Or you know what? I know. Give me a minute. I'm gonna give you a call back. Whatever it is.
Something. And then he said, "We're gonna come back." I'm like, you didn't even ask Face if he wanted to come back. You don't know if he had time.
You didn't even
I
ask
personally
Face.
was like, I thought that was a bit disrespectful and or narcissistic.
But which goes to show you why he's the butt of the jokes today, because he played himself yesterday.
I think so. I think if he would have been more responsive, because how many people were actually like writing? They wrote, Lashane, they wrote over and over and over and over and over, trying to tell him how to fix it and just communicate. And when you're live with someone like that, the pains are on top of each other, but you can see the chat scrolling on top. I'm like, are you guys actively like ignoring the words that are coming across the screen? You didn't read one.
He wasn't paying attention.
One passage.
I mean, at least read my jokes. I was cracking jokes on Teddy in that joint, but nobody read that one. I was going hard.
I think I saw you like once, but that goes to show you how many people are in there talking at once. Like you can't really. It's impossible to see everybody. You only see those are the people that are in your feed and the people that have the highest amount of followers.
I feel like there's very few people that are not gonna know, but just for a few of our listeners and viewers. Some of the hits by Teddy Riley, Let's Chill by Guy, I Like, Last Forever by Keith Sweat, Jam by Michael Jackson, Take Me There, Blackstreet and Maya, In the Closet, Michael Jackson.
The list goes on and on.
I was surprised. There were some songs that I didn't know that either of them had produced. So I really was here for the whole experience, what I knew, and then just those little Easter eggs like, wait, what? You produced that? Like, those are really awesome moments between the two of them.
Agreed, and speaking of you, with you saying that, I didn't know that Teddy Riley produced Remember the Time by Michael Jackson.
Man, that's beautiful. I had no idea either.
I feel like I might know that though, but like I get it. Teddy Riley is a major contributor to R&B music, like beyond we probably even acknowledge. You know?
Hey, Bo, because we don't. Babyface was more of the in the scene artist, in the front of the forefront artist. Teddy Riley was was never really a soloist from my.
Teddy Riley been killing it since the 80s.
He has.
You know.
Babyface hits includes For the Cool in You, Whip Appeal, one of my favorites, Never Keeping Secrets. Can We Talk by Tevin Campbell was one that Babyface had did.
Monster.
Most Girls by Pink, Johnny Gill, My, and the another Tony Braxton. I mean, come on now.
That boy's about to have a battle.
Yeah.
Tony was talking crap.
Who?
Tony was?
Tony Braxton. She was like, it's done already.
Wow, because you know she gonna go for face. I mean, it's. I mean.
Yeah, right. I was thinking that too. I was like, that was salty. We know why, girl.
Who you got? Babyface.
Babyface presentation, everything. It was just too smooth. Even after that, even after they were able to get the sound together, the sound sounded horrible. Yeah, it's just sorry. I just think that Face won.
Yeah, I mean, as far as me, it's like I'm a person that goes off a character, and I was not feeling Teddy Riley yesterday. So Face won off that alone.
Yeah,
Face won off of that without the music. Like, nigga, you won.
Yeah, I like that. He had a really great attitude about the whole thing.
He sure did. You know.
You obviously were you able to tune in? You'd say Babyface as well.
Shane, you in there? Shane? She on mute.
Sorry.
There she goes.
There was a slight tantrum. I tuned in there like at the tail
tantrum.
I think the last song, and then it was pure silence, and I was just like, okay.
You're like, I'm out of here. Done with it.
And
then he deleted the live.
Really in the mood for music, so I didn't. Did he? I switched between accounts because I thought something was wrong with me and my phone. So I went from Teddy's live over to Babyface's live, like actually switched. And it was like, oh, okay. Nothing's happening here.
Wow. Yeah, as soon as he disconnected, he deleted the live.
I don't blame him.
Thankfully, YouTube, HausHill Entertainment has captured that footage. Head on over to HausHillMedia.com to check that out.
Okay.
Cecily, I'm waiting personally on a bizarre post. You know how you have the video and then you looking over as they do their thing.
Yeah.
I'm missing that. Is so funny.
I'll be waiting for that one.
Yeah. Isaac,
there's so many good memes out there. I can't even call it at this point.
So many. Isaac, you taking me back to Boys in the Hood.
He sure is. Is anybody else coming to ask you for your chain?
Not yet. You know what I mean? I'm out here running the block. I'm out here serving on the corner.
You got good standing in the block so far. I see everybody is respectful. So
Oh, they know what time it is. My block. You know
blink twice if you need some help.
For real. Big chilling. I'm out here big chilling.
So the world stopped today or yesterday, if you will. Kelly Rowland. I'll kick us off with the new music, and I know you got some things. Everybody, hopefully, you got some new tunes because I need some new stuff to listen to personally. I'm tired of listening to my playlist. Kelly Rowland dropped a single called "Coffee," dope video. Check it out. Vivo YouTube. It's beautiful. I haven't seen.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah,
I like Kelly.
Love the tone. It's dope. Check it out.
Love the skin tone. You mean, huh? Oh, you meant the tone of the music. Oh, okay, my bad.
It's not what.
My bad.
So Cafe, she's beautiful.
Nothing wrong with celebrating the melanin. That's what it's all about.
There's nothing wrong with celebrating Black women. Period.
Thank you.
We haven't heard anything from the Carters in this whole coronavirus. You know, some people, and I'm saying this because some people really do idolize a lot of celebrities, and they look up to them and they look for their word on things, and they, wait for them to say things. Well, Beyonce hasn't said anything. Her or Jay-Z, obviously Jay-Z doesn't have an Instagram. Beyonce hasn't been seen since March or something of that, February. Something. And so I thought it was dope that she dropped Kelly's video as 3 separate posts on her page. Like
that's good. She's supposed to.
Well, there was I felt the same way. I did, but I went on her feed last night, which is random. I love Beyonce, but I don't check for her every day like that. And this video right here, she's singing "Wishing on a Star." She's shouting out her Disney family, but she does mention while everyone's going through this whole coronavirus thing that this was her way of kind of sharing a little bit of light. So she sings the song a cappella. It was done 2 days ago.
And she can sing. That's one thing you can.
So I was like, okay, in your own way, maybe you're reaching out to us and you're sharing your talents.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a good.
I mean, and also you gotta understand, they're probably enjoying the break. You know what I mean? Like they can't do nothing.
She looked good too.
Yeah. Oh, she loving it right now. She got a whole 2 months of just sunbathing and just chilling. You know what I mean? With the family. Yo.
Yeah. No, you don't have the pressures of being anywhere doing anything.
Right. Ain't gotta be on tour, ain't gotta be doing no interviews, ain't gotta do nothing. Just stay in the house and not be seen. And be okay with that. So, shout out to Beyonce for that. Good looking out for the acapella.
But I feel you, JoJo. It's like, okay, so like, where are you? Like when things are happening, whether they're in our community or just, just in the world in general, like where are you guys? Right. I'm here for the outfit changes and the Black love stuff and all that inspo. But, where's your presence when the world is suffering or Black people are suffering? We do expect for you to show up in some way or some capacity.
And that's a great point. And I'm not going to be stung by the beehive because
ain't nobody trying to get stung.
My next comment is, I have worked with her before. Is an icon. I do know that people look for her words, look for the Carter's word. They wouldn't be called the beehive. You have people, her fans attacking people personally, shutting people's careers down for speaking against Beyonce. But when you do have that other crowd, and I guess what I'm about to get to really quick to wrap this up is, you have the specific group of people that says she's not for the Black people. She's not really for the people. They do that when it's convenient for them. Jay-Z is a venture capitalist. So when, just as a mention, we're talking about this and you have celebrities like Rihanna, Colin Kaepernick, you have those celebrities who are donating and creating funds. And
Rihanna's donated a lot of money to Los Angeles.
Has she? Rihanna?
This past week. That big fund they had? They had a special fund this week. They had folks apply for 2 days. A lot of her money went towards that from the mayor's office.
Good. I really appreciate Rihanna. You know what I mean?
We're talking millions.
Wow. That's what's up. Good for her.
COVID-19, I think her father, Rihanna's dad, I think.
What about him? He had
it, I think.
He got the 19?
Yeah.
19. 19 now, y'all.
He got the 19.
Is that what we're calling it? The 19?
Thrown at a 19.
Y'all don't want to say no words.
He got them last days. Them last days, as a teenager. Them last days. That is
the debate for the Beehive and for the group of people who feel like that the Carters don't support Black people. They only do it when it's convenient. And I'll leave that there. Shout out Kelly Rowland. Love the song. I'm gonna be bumping that after we get up off this joint. Isaac,
Yes.
new music. Isaac, what you got new music wise?
Man, so this week, for the most part, every Sunday normally I go to like a reggae club. That's my thing. Or like listen to reggae music because I'm a big fan of reggae. I'm American, but when I was a bouncer, believe it or not, I just like see. Don't laugh. See. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
That bounce.
And okay, not the big head bounce. Anyways, okay. I was a bouncer for like 3 years. Okay. Don't let the skinny frame of the light skin fool you. I'm very well trained in the arts. I'm whipping ass.
We're embracing the story.
Hey, whatever. So I'm very well versed in the arts of whipping ass. That's how it is. So I was a bouncer and at a reggae club. I hated reggae, but it grew on me, and now I love reggae. All right. And I would say this week some good root reggae tunes to listen to. If you want to try something a little different, I will go with Gyptian. Okay. Gyptian. I will listen to a song called Hold You. It's a really beautiful song. I think that y'all can definitely learn to appreciate reggae through that song. That's one I would choose. I would go with VIBEZ Kartel, who's also a large artist. He's locked in prison right now. He got allegedly killed somebody. And anyways, but that's a whole different story. And he also lightened his skin like Sammy Sosa did. But anyways, he's also a dope artist. I will go to the song called Summertime. If you're interested in something like that, it's a really great song, as well as Lavato. Lavato is also one of reggae's top artists. I will check him out.
Okay.
And What Dem Do, that's a song I would choose for y'all. So take them 3 artists, take them songs out, get an idea. If you like reggae, those songs could turn you on to it. If you don't like reggae, these songs won't do it for you. But I'm gonna give it a shot.
It's definitely spring going into summer for what
Yeah, it's my time. I love reggae music. Yeah. You catch me all the time.
Have you been to Everyday People or Le Jardin before on Hollywood?
Le Jardin, of course.
Yeah, they have some really dope sets, and Everyday People is one that me and my friends actually attend. And reggae, I love. It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
It's definitely a vibe. If you don't have rhythm, you won't like it at the club because you have to know how to like move your hips to the joint. You gotta know how to really be in the groove of things, or you're gonna be looking stupid out there.
Well, we don't want that. People
He giving us tips, honey.
But for real, check out the reggae vibe. Reggae vibes are really good, especially on Sundays or like on beautiful hot days like this. It's definitely something that can give you a different perspective on music if you're not really familiar with that type of type of genre. Check it out for real. That's my word.
LaShane, we are in for the Zodiac Report. We are in switching over, guys. We are in April.
Yep.
Aries season.
Hey.
Talk about Aries. Who? I know. My grandmother was an Aries.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't know many Aries, but what do you guys? Can you share experiences of Aries before LaShane raptures us with her?
Do Aries and Taurus get along well?
Yeah.
Do
I'm
they?
an Aries.
Okay, that's what I heard. No, I heard they're good with like relationships. Is that?
My brother's a Taurus, and I think a couple of my good friends are Taurus. So yeah.
What's his birthday? Your brother's birthday?
He's on the 25th
of April. Okay. Okay.
So he's right at the beginning.
My mom's an Aries, and she gets along best with the Taurus in our family.
Okay, because I've heard that. Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah,
well, good.
We don't.
Huh?
Well, me and Aries folks.
What's your sign?
I'm a Scorpio.
You said y'all don't do well? Y'all don't do well, Aries and Scorpio?
Those are facts, LaShane.
Y'all don't do well.
Really? Oh, darn. My sister's a Scorpio, and it never has been,
really?
It never will be.
We have our moments. It never will be.
We have our moments, and they are beautiful. I can't compare them, the moments we have, but child, when they derail,
they derail. Straight up.
You can't. No one's left. The carnage.
Wow, jeez.
Because we literally, I feel like a Scorpio's journey, and like specifically all the Scorpios I know, they've evolved so many times in their life.
Okay,
like, they're not the same people. I mean, fundamentally, maybe there's a couple of things that are always the same, but there's like their circle of friends has changed every 10 years, like their interest changes every 10 years or 7 years, whatever the actual number is. And it's literally like they set themselves ablaze to rise the phoenix and
I can
something different. And you know, depending on the person, that could be for the better or not. But yeah, I don't have very many friends that I've had since childhood. Like that a lot of people have that, and that is like such a foreign and weird concept to me. Like I'm like, no, that's crazy. I've grown so much. Anyway.
We all go home. We all go home. That's good. It's good. So interesting that the Zodiacs really, they do have a part in somewhat of who we are. You know, I mean, you have some people that really follow the astrology and stuff, and some people are like, oh, that's devil's worship. That's devil's worship.
Yeah.
But I think that it is a part of, you know, who we are.
It's just hard to deny like the truth sometimes. And you're like, gosh, this really is true. So how could it be of the devil? That's how I look at it.
Hey, yeah, I have different ideas about it. I won't really say beliefs because I haven't necessarily found proof in it, but I do wonder if you believe in reincarnation on any level, I do wonder if you choose to come back at a certain time, and the people who come back at that specific time have certain characteristics. So, anyway.
That's a fun thing to play with, I think.
It is. How will we realize if we come back, I'm gonna be like, LaShane, that's you? I Seth, like, how we gonna know that it's each other? I mean,
there are people who feel that way, right? They've been here before?
Yeah, they say there's a soul recognition. That's what they call your soul tribe and soul contracts and your soul family, and why you can maybe trust a particular person that you haven't known very long, and you guys just are like this, and it's not superficial, and it's just for whatever reason they always say like, well, yeah, that's a soul recognition, that's from someone from your soul family, and you've connected with your soul tribe type of thing.
I agree.
Yeah, there's definitely those people, I think, in my life for sure. My family is not in my soul tribe. Like my blood family in this incarnation, most of them.
She said they didn't make it. They're not in my soul tribe, huh?
Nah.
It happens.
They're very lucky to find others. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To have those connections in general.
I mean, there's people that I won't talk to for 5, 6, 7 years, but when I talk to them again, it's like we never skip a beat. You know what I mean? And I always wonder, like, how is that? Like, how is it capable but possible? But that's probably why. You know, same soul tribe.
Level love and understanding. I feel like I have those too. Not a lot, but I have a few. Yeah. So what's happening in the cosmos? Liam is back here. But I think we talked about the 444 portal 2 episodes ago. So that portal is reopening. Is it tomorrow? Let me double check the dates.
And when this is portal, because I mean I have heard about it too, but I do need to do more research on it. But I've been saying I've heard of angel numbers before.
Yeah.
I've been saying 11/27, which happens to be my birthday, but I've been saying it so many times on different things, and it's been coming very prominent, a lot lately. And I've been doing my little research in that, and it's very biblical, spiritual. There's some astrology involved, and it's getting down to the point to where it's having me do the called the prenatal chart, where you put in your birthday.
Yeah.
Not prenatal, natal.
She said prenatal.
I was following him. I was like, okay, so prenatal. Okay, what we doing?
Wait, I felt so confirmed.
Let me write it down so I can go ask my mama.
Right. I was like, okay, yeah, prenatal. Okay.
All right.
So your natal chart has your exact birthday, your birthday, your time that you were born, exact time you were born, and then the city and state you were born in. And it comes up with like a long list.
I've done that before.
Yeah, it takes a while to read, but when I tell you it's scary because it literally read me better than picking up a little zodiac sign or something like that. I was just like, wow, this is deep. It's very deep. So I've been seeing angel numbers, and shout out to, you know, us who look toward higher enlightenment and empowerment and all that good stuff. So LaShane, what is up? Because I've been seeing those numbers and I don't know what it means. And I know you said you're not the guru per se, but what you got? What is it?
Well, angel numbers specifically are signs and communication from your angel team, ancestors, loved ones that have passed on, to send you a message based on whatever's happening in your particular journey. I tend to see my my birth date a lot when I am closer to manifesting something that I've really been focused on. So that's me personally. So I would definitely see about that. But in terms of the 444 portal that is still open or is reopened, it's, you know, was in line with us being on lockdown and having to go and shop ourselves and determine where, you know, we've giving us a moment to reflect and see where we've kind of gone off track. And for a lot of people, they've determined, you know, there are certain relationships, jobs, and things that really just weren't making them happy, and that maybe they've kind of derailed from like what their soul's purpose is. I know personally, I've talked to a few people who have kind of awoken to what their actual purpose in this life is supposed to be, and kind of so they've been using this time to just kind of get to better understand that about themselves and why they've been doing these other things and invested so much in these other things, and kind of uncovering a lot of childhood wounds. And so that is what the portal has been about. And so at this point with the portal reopening, it's kind of like a software update. Like the software's already been downloaded. You already know that this is the new and improved you, and this is what you need to work towards. It's more of like an update. And so it's a great time to, I would say, set intentions if you haven't already, based on this newfound information. And when I say newfound information, it's not always necessarily something that came to you from the outside. It may have, but it's more things that you've realized by sitting with yourself. I like to call them spiritual downloads, you know, when like God is really talking to you that moment in the shower or whatever, when just something comes over you and you're just like, I've been doing this because I don't feel loved unless I'm giving. And that's not really who I am. I don't really want to even do that. And that's why I feel so drained. I want to really be doing this. So this is the time kind of like, or at least for me, I've noticed I get those moments where I'm like, okay, I got it. And I get super energetic about it, but change takes a longer time. It's not going to happen like that. And so I lose my momentum a little bit and that fire in it a little bit as well. And this portal that is reopened is a moment for us to kind of realign again with that and kind of give us that energy boost again. And it's, I really like portals because I feel like they're like this mystical, magical thing that comes behind us and gives us more power, like times 10 or times 20. And so I
like feel a bonus round for us.
Yeah, exactly like the bonus round. Like your spiritual team is right here. And they're like, hey, are you sure you want to do that? Are you for real? Okay, great, let's go. You know, and so I know for me, it's definitely been that. Life happens, right? All this stuff is happening. My grandma was in ICU. Thankfully, she's out. But even with all of that, it's like, right, thank you. But it's like coming in the perfect timing, again, like I was saying, for me to realign and set my intentions and get back focused. And so just talking to the people around me, I've been noticing the same thing. And of course, like everybody else, I'm researching the same stuff. You know, I'm not a guru. I look up angel numbers all day. I type in things when I'm dreaming about things. I do believe that if you remember a dream, then that was actually a message. So I'm doing all these same things and it's really in line with what I'm researching. So That's happening in the cosmos.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, what else? What else? You know.
I can relate to that. I would say that instead of like shaking everything down on the outside, like why isn't it this? Why is it this way? Why is it that way? I've been trying to like go inward and say, well, maybe the issue is not necessarily like what I'm not getting from this, but where I need to align myself with and what I need, you know, and what I need to get out of the situation, where I need to be and what I need to do. And if maybe this is not the right place for me to be.
Speaking of shaking,
this issue and on this path. So,
well, stay on a positive path.
I will try. We'll try.
That's the only way, right?
That's all I got.
Man, that's all you need.
Thank you.
I mean,
yeah, no,
it's a fact though.
Give ourselves enough credit for that, though.
Yeah, no, it's a fact though.
We tend to cheer each other on when we've actually reached the finish line of something.
Yeah.
But there's not enough to like. We're not talking enough about the process of becoming. I
agree.
You know what I mean? Like, they look at all of you for the various different things that you guys are fantastic at, but don't realize like there's a lot of internal work that's going, not just you guys and the content that you're producing.
Yeah.
Like, there's this whole internal journey that's happening that's making these things authentic to who you are. It's not just that being on YouTube is popular. It's not just that being a comedian is, and it's like, no, it's so much bigger than that. And I just, I'm thankful that we have this platform to be able to show some of that.
Word up, straight up. That's what's up. Took us to church, huh? We're going to church right now. Okay. Won't he do it? Won't he do it as I raise my beard to the sky? That's not communion, but whatever. Do it. Yes, you will.
I have
a drink.
Drink one for me too, somebody.
Jesus.
Before we tap into major, and it's not even going to be a real big. It's a hot topic that we're going to touch on. But just to share with our listeners, you know, me during this time sets, and I really hear you. I hear all of y'all and LaShane. It means a lot to hear y'all share y'all stories. Because, again, we don't all have time or a moment or space, especially during coronavirus, to share, you know, how we really feel or what we're going through, whether it's through a creative process, whether it's through a relationship, what it may be. We don't have always the time to share that. So I thank y'all for sharing that. I've been just making sure I don't react with decisions like I normally would so fast, if that makes sense. You know,
what do you mean?
I've been wanting to ride things out, like even with my situation with having to leave the beautiful studio that I'm in, that we were recording in. You know, that's a process for me, and moving in the midst of coronavirus season. And he's playing with fire back there. I don't know what's going on, but he just lit a candle.
Really?
Yes, he put that stick on that.
What is that?
A candle he just lit. I saw him in the back.
I have a candle drawer for my, you know, personal spells and things.
Like what? Oh, like what? Personal spells?
I do like candle rituals. So I have it going on back there for a couple of other things. But yeah, so he decides he wants to start his own candle ritual. Liam, no.
That's right. I got candles too for the late night sessions.
I can let do it.
Listen.
He needs to get those battery operated ones for him so he can turn them on.
Don't say battery operated around Isaac.
Hey,
why not?
You know what?
I love battery operated candles.
You know what's crazy is that as left field as your comment was, JoJo, you're actually right. I was thinking that.
Were you going there?
I actually was. It's so weird that you knew that. I'm mad at that. I'm so predictable. I'm so predictable.
I refer to myself as sometimes, and I'm not saying this people don't come at me, I can't read their thing, but I consider myself a prophet and an oracle at times.
You got that one. You got that one. You won that battle.
Well, you proved it right there.
You proved that shit. Because I was thinking battery operated.
Oh, hush.
There's a lot going on out here right now.
You better get it.
Get it. So I don't know.
Listen.
And everything else. So listen,
it's Sunday.
Moving on, let me just finish my little recap real quick about this before we go. I've been working on not making decisions like right in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working on dealing with the issues, dealing with the problems, thinking them through. You know,
Yeah.
counsel on them from trusted, different sources and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just taking the time instead of like just reacting, being more proactive than reactive. And I hope that reaches listeners and viewers because it's important. We do have a lot of relationships that are suffering right now because they don't know what to do. We have a lot of people, mental illness problems that are going crazy in the house. We got a lot of things going on. This is the time to be out of our.
They've been crazy.
They've been crazy too, yeah, but
sorry about that.
Locked up.
I couldn't be quiet any longer. I'm sorry. I have I have a need to say anything. My bad. Please continue.
Together. Speaking of Venice together, I'm moving on. Proud to see finally our culture, I feel like, take a stance on social media for one, to strike back at the high schoolers.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing the flushing of the. We'll put the video up for you guys. But Seth, are you familiar with this story?
I'm very familiar with this. Yes.
We all are. We all are. Woo.
We all. I think the world is familiar at this point.
They got what they asked for, and now she want to come on here.
They wanted to go
apologizing.
Viral. They did.
They went viral, all right, and now she want to apologize. Listen, sweetheart, I get it. You're young.
Do y'all feel like they were really, or was it for the views? Are they? What do y'all feel?
No. You know what? No, because the one girl who exposed them, I went to her Twitter account, right? Mm-hmm. And she was saying like, "Yo, it ain't just them." She said it's half of that whole school is that way. She moved there a year. She moved there a year ago, and walked right into that mess. Like, whoa, this is what's going on out here. She's a white woman as well, but she don't even, what I mean? She don't identify with any of that nonsense. And she put that on blast, thinking that, it's these two people, but it's half of the school, if not more. Is what she was saying. So what we're gonna do is what she was saying. Like I thought she was brave enough to even speak up.
Very much so.
Being a 17-year-old girl or a young woman living in that world, I mean, props to her for that.
Town.
For real. So in that little town, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So props to her for that, you know what I mean? So, I mean, someone tried to expose her and say she was a racist with some comments. So she said, look, this has been doctored, and she put up the real conversation. Yeah. So this girl is definitely on the way to being somebody important in her life, with people, other people as well, because she's not afraid to speak up. And that's why we have what's going on with those two now, because she brought it to the forefront. That's what it is, Yeah. So props to her for that.
What was pretty awkward to me, a few, maybe last week or so ago, we posted on the Privilege Show, there was a video of like different cultures standing in like a field, like a sports field, football field. And then there was one Caucasian guy, white guy, saying, okay, so when I say go, or when I say something, I want people to move forward.
I saw that.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So you have that, and then you turn around a couple weeks later, and two high schoolers from Georgia are now doing that same concept with pieces of paper torn off about not having a dad, and then pouring water. It was bad. It was really, really bad. But I'm glad, it's unfortunate that we are still at this point, but I am glad that we can have these conversations to talk about it. And I am glad that as a culture, they are getting their asses dogged out right now.
And you know what? As bad as it seems, you know what I mean? And we want to progress in the world, but this is what's going on. So when people say, oh, stop harping on racism, stop at Obama, or whatever it is, this is a clear-cut sign of it still happening. And this needs to be seen. You know what I mean? They think, oh, you guys are just stuck in the past and it's a whole new world. That's fine, but it's not though.
But she said it her best herself, and one of her many things that she's thrown out there is that we're not the only one. These videos are popular on TikTok, and we're just the people that got caught up. But you can go on TikTok right now and you'll find tons of those videos.
And that's the thing, you know what I mean?
That's a challenge, like a challenge almost.
Yeah, it's a challenge. The challenge initially is just like basically what ingredients that God put together to make you. And so it starts off with like, I'm cute, I got a big booty, I have a high IQ, and they just do, they just do all this whatever, and then they end it with, that's me. And so people have definitely taken it further. And there are some videos where Black folks are talking about white people and everything.
Right. That brings me to an important question I want to ask all three of y'all. and I need y'all to be honest as possible, please. How do you feel? How do you feel when people say that there is no reverse racism or like only white people are racist? How do y'all feel about that?
I agree that we can't be racist. I think we can be prejudiced or have racist viewpoints, but being that we don't have that we're not in power, we're not the majority, that we can't oppress people. And I feel like if you can oppress a people, then you can earn the title as racist.
Okay. LaShane, how do you feel? What do you think?
Oh no, go ahead, LaShane.
I think that we can absolutely be prejudiced, like she was saying. I think that people can hold very unfair opinions and all of that, and a lot of Black people do. But like she said, we don't have the power to oppress anyone. And unfortunately, I feel like racism is really systematic. And we're not in a position to be able to do that. You know, like yeah, I agree with that, and it just makes me very angry. But
what do you think, JoJo?
Yeah.
JoJo, what do you think, JoJo?
That's a great question, Isaac. It made me think earlier. I saw a post that was corresponding with what you're saying. It was saying how, and it was specifically talking about another hot ticket item that's going on right now, where the in China at the McDonald's in different locations in China.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Welcome because they caused coronavirus.
even though they started it, my bad. But go ahead. Yep.
And I've been seeing an outpour. I've been seeing an outpour of not supporting China and their products and things like that. When we look around our house and pretty much a lot of it is made there. You know what I'm saying? So that's a conversation to be had. But specifically about the racial thing, the post was going in line with. It's a shame that Black people do not have as a culture, we do not have a savings fund to help us out of hunger, to help us from crises like this. And who does? The Federal Reserve does, and whose money is that? It's not the it's not the African American or the Hispanic community. That's for sure. But we talked about Black banks early on in the season 2 of this season, and we talked about how it was a short mention, but we talked about how if there are small Black banks like there are over in Inglewood, over in those areas, we don't trust our money there. Or it's not, they're too slow with customer service. I think, LaShane, you mentioned a couple things were, flawed in their system when it comes to Black banking. So, do we as a whole either wait till the kinks are worked out and continue to invest, put all of our money in there to support times like this when we do have a crisis and we do need food and Black people are the ones that are dying? Or do we just continue to know this stuff and just continue to live how we've been living? So it's a debate, and it's a topic that I don't think any of us has the answer to. I'm just saying this is my opinion and what I've been seeing go on.
I'm not putting my money in your Black bank.
Yeah, I love that, Seth. I'm with you on that.
I'm not doing that.
You said you're not?
I'm not putting my money in your Black bank.
Tell us why.
Why not?
Tell us why, yeah.
I'm gonna put my money in a bank that I trust. I'm not putting it in there just because it's a Black bank.
Nah, that's a fact though.
That's it. It's my money goes beyond racial lines.
I was gonna say almost a trick question. It's almost like a trick question. White bank, Black bank, culture, who do you trust? But
I mean, and I think what you're describing is like a utopian idea. Like, of course, the Black bank and having our money there, we would all look to this source that would look out for us if need be, should something happen to the community. I mean, we're nowhere near that kind of world, but I hear what you're saying, but it's every man for himself out here. This day.
It's too bad.
Maybe if we had a Russell Simmons
too bad.
backing, helping like these multi-billionaire Black people, maybe if we had some of them putting their money into that to help secure some things, but that's not being had, like there's so many things that fundamentally have to happen for the world that we live in for a lot of these Black banks to be up to par. My personal experience was horrific. And I had to fight them because I asked them to close my account and they left it open and continued to charge me and then tried to send me to check systems over or whatever it is, like, collections. And I went in to close it. You know what I'm saying?
And you're on check systems. You're on there for 7 years.
7 years.
And you can't open a bank account at a larger bank, banking place, maybe credit unions. But I mean,
that write a check
over a discrepancy. Like, I'm good, sir.
Now, once you dealing with the 3, credit people or whatever, and I'm not dealing with you anymore. You know what I mean? I'll try my hand at something different. And for me, I didn't want to be at, Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, these big banks that run people into the ground that keep getting bailouts. And I've worked for all of them. So I know on the inside how awful they are. And so I decided to go to Chime. I completely left and went to online banking. I
went to Simple.
I love Simple too. Simple's fantastic. Their savings account is amazing too. The interest yielding savings account. I prefer online banking. I feel like millennials get a really bad rap, but we are more human first than anything. And I think that if COVID has taught us nothing else, it's teaching us that we need to get back to being a lot more humane and caring about people a lot more than, these big banks who are not waiving mortgages for the next 3 months for all these people, but they've somehow made a bailout.
Right.
After 3 weeks? No, you can't have my money. Sorry. None of y'all.
Isaac, you sound like you're in support for the Black Bank.
The what? The Black Bank? You know what I'm a support for? I'm a support for Black people getting together. I'm a support for that. You know what I mean? I feel like that, for example, I saw a quote from Malcolm the other day. Well, not verbatim, but about how in the Chinese neighborhood, it's all Chinese owned. In the white neighborhood, it's white owned. In the Asian neighborhood, it's whatever it is, like Armenian. But the Black neighborhood, it's everyone else but Blacks. Now, the question is, why is that? And I think it goes back to us not trusting each other because you get somebody, for example, you got all these rich billionaires or millionaires, like ball players or rappers or whatnot. And why don't we have our own? Why is that? Like, we go for our own, but not for our own.
Because our culture teaches us that money, cash, clothes, and hoes is the way to go.
I mean, you got Puffy and Jay-Z, and Dr. Dre worth $2 billion basically. Above that,
you still have to do good business. Like, you can't assume that just because I'm a Black business person and I'm the person for you. I may not be good at customer service. I may not be a dependable source.
Of course not.
In building these legacies, you also have to do things a certain way so you can have a business that can last forever. You know what I mean? Not just for the moment, not just while I got my stimulus check and I bought all this stuff and I don't sit here and educate myself on how to run a successful business. Or passing it down to whoever comes after me.
And this is how bad it is. I'm at Union Bank, right? I'm gonna keep it real. I'm at Union Bank. I've been about 8 years, right? I've been a loyal customer.
I like Union Bank.
Yeah, okay, well, let me tell you something. So I go to Union Bank to deposit these checks at a pretty high amount, $25,000, right? They won't let me deposit them there because they said, well, we don't know the other check. That's fine. I went to a different bank. Long story short, I deposit checks and then I cash the checks. They're in my account for the 21 days. Okay, I pull the money out. I get a call from HR or whatever about the money, and they're like, "Hey, I know you pulled the money out. Blah blah blah. What's going on?" I'm talking to them, but as soon as they say, "Yeah, I heard you were with a strange character." Okay, now a Black woman who is the manager of the bank, reported me for coming in with someone when I was cashing my checks. So here's a Black woman looking at me as if I'm trying to scam the system. I've been there for 8 years, have known her for 8 years, yet and still I'm trying to scam the system. So it just comes down to, like you said, bad business though. To me, that's bad business. The checks, they properly went through 21 days. I got HR calling me saying, "Yeah, I heard you were in there with somebody strange." After that, I stopped answering questions. I said, "You know what? I'm no longer answering that question."
That's inappropriate. That's unprofessional.
So it's just, but like you said though, it's about the customer service. It's not about,
from that point on, I'm sure you're like, I don't even want to bank here anymore.
That's kind of how I feel. But if I don't, now I got to go through the hassle of a whole new bank, get everything changed over, XYZ. I was gonna write letters to corporate, but it's like whatever, man. Like, you know what I mean? All right.
When I change my banking relationships, I usually just keep one and I start open up the next one. I kind of funnel my business and change stuff like that. And I think that's always kind of good to kind of, to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
So you can get the best interest rates and things like that. But, again, this conversation is probably a conversation a lot of people don't have within their family and things like that. So when you talk about what Black people should be doing, it all starts with like everyone be on the same page. It starts with education. The things that we don't learn from school, the things that you really learn, we end up learning the hard way. And so I think if you want to like educate a people, you got to start at the fundamentals.
Right about that. Y'all been speaking some facts today. We haven't. I feel like
might be too much knowledge for the customer as well, for the fans, or
you know what, I always say users, so I have to
users. My bad.
That doesn't sound right.
You think it's too much? It's too much on them?
I mean, it might be. For me, it's not
too much.
It shouldn't be too much. It shouldn't be too much.
Luther Vandross, never too much. Yo.
Never too much. Never too much. Never too much.
It was too much last night, though.
Hey, it sure was too much.
For that.
It wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough.
But yo, I thank y'all for joining us for the Socially Charged, Debatable, and Dope Privilege Show. Thank you, Seth. Thank you, LaShane. Thank you, Isaac. Thank all of y'all for watching. Thank all of y'all for listening. The podcast airs every Monday at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Be sure to check us out on theprivilegeshow.com and HausHill.com. YouTube, HausHill Media, Cecily Jamela TV. Isaac Hayes is on TikTok, y'all. He doing his thing on there. Instagram, Isaac Hayes.
Just started.
LaShane, thank all of y'all. I'm so glad to see y'all. Seth, this hair, you smiling, it just.
No.
I didn't want to say nothing because I was saying the wrong things. I was saying the wrong things. You look very nice.
Whatever.
You look very nice.
I'll make you proud,
y'all. Leave it at that.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Very nice, guys. Y'all got anything to leave before we exit? Y'all good?
Just stay safe, guys.
Stay safe.
Thank y'all. Hey, Bank can't bounce on them out.
You see, I'm throwing it up. That's for Isaac.
You're still doing it. Okay, that was cute.
Hi, sweetie.
Bye.
He's so cute.
All right, y'all.